Feel the warmth as tonight's story gently leads you to peace. Star and Ma, Promises Under the Moon. This story is about a girl named Star and her cat, Ma, who embark on a grand adventure together, keeping a heartfelt promise they made years ago. Under the vast starlit sky, there lives a brave girl named Star and her loyal, fluffy cat named Ma. From the moment Star found Ma as a kitten in their quaint village, they shared an unbreakable bond. Each night they lay under the sky, watching the constellations twinkle, and shared secrets and dreams. One evening, as the moon cast its gentle glow over them, Star whispered to Ma, "One day we'll travel to the places we've only seen in the stars." Ma purred, nuzzling closer in agreement. Star's dream of adventure was fueled by the stories her grandmother used to tell her about distant lands and the wonders of the world. "We'll see it all someday," Star promised Ma, holding him close as he meowed softly. As seasons changed, Star and Ma found themselves growing up together, their bond growing stronger. Each year, they marked the anniversary of their promise under the same white sky. They faced challenges, they grew, and they always believed in each other. As Star turned real lover, her yearning for adventure became almost overpowering. She saved every penny she earned, planning meticulously for the journey. The night before they were set to leave, Star and Muff sat in their familiar spot, the moon full and bright. "Tomorrow, we leave for our great adventure," Star said, her eyes sparkling with excitement. The Muff responded with an enthusiastic purr, eyes gleaming. As they traveled, Star and Muff marveled at the beauty of the world. They climbed mountains and crossed rivers, always inspired by the promise they made years ago. The bond they had grew deeper with every mile. One chilly evening, after months of travel, they found themselves at the edge of a vast desert. As they sat by their campfire, Star looked at Muff and said, "We've come so far, Muff. Thank you for keeping our promise alive." Muff rubbed against her, his purse filled with contentment. Their journey through the desert tested their endurance, but their shared spirit kept them strong. With every star they slept under, their faith in their promise grew. Finally, they reached a shimmering oasis. As they rested by the cool waters, Star reflected on their journey, feeling a profound sense of accomplishment. "We've done it, Ma," she said softly, tears of joy glistening in her eyes. "We kept our promise," Ma, sensing the significance of the moment, purred louder, a comforting sound that echoed their shared triumph. That night, as they lay under the most beautiful blanket of stars they had ever seen, Star knew in her heart that their promise had come full circle. They had seen the world, faced its challenges, and emerged stronger. "No matter where we go from here, Ma," Star whispered, "our promise will always guide us." Muff first for a soothing affirmation. Then under the shimmering night sky, they both fell into a peaceful sleep, dreaming of the many adventures still to come. Here, on is another comforting story for you. Astra and Pitria, The Journey to Clarity. This story is about Astra, a young woman who gains clarity and understanding of her past and future with the help of a wise dragon named Pitria. Once upon a time, in a verdant valley where the rivers sang and the leaves whispered secrets, there lived a kind-hearted young woman named Astra. She had eyes the color of the sky at dawn, and hair as dark as the midnight sea. One day, while wandering deeper into the forest than she had ever ventured before, she stumbled upon a hidden. There, curled round itself in a nest of delicate flowers, was a dragon with iridescent scales that caught the sunlight in hues of emerald and sapphire. Its name was Pitria. Pitria was no ordinary dragon. She had the ability to see into the hearts of creatures and understand their true desires and fears. Despite her initial fear, Aster felt an undeniable pull towards Patria. "Oi?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper. "I am Patria," the dragon replied, her voice resonating like a gently struck gong. "I can help you see things clearly if you wish." Intrigued and a little unsure, Aster hesitated before nodding. Patria unfurled her wings, revealing magnificent patterns that seemed to shift and change with the light. "Close your eyes," she instructed. As Aster did so, she felt an overwhelming sense of peace wash over her. Visions began to unfold, moments from her past, dreams she had let slip away, and fears she tried to hide. But as each vision played out, Patria's gentle presence helped her see not just the images but the clarity behind them. She saw how her past disappointments had shaped her into the resilient woman she had become. She understood that her delayed dreams were waiting for the right moment to bloom, and that her fears were merely shadows cast by self-doubt. With each revelation, Aster felt lighter, as if a heavy veil had been lifted from her soul. When she opened her eyes, the world around her appeared brighter, more vibrant. "Thank you, Patria," Aster said, her voice filled with gratitude. "You've given me a gift beyond measure." Patria nodded, her eyes twinkling with ancient wisdom. "Clarity is a powerful gift, Aster. Use it wisely." And so, Aster returned to her village, her heart light, and her mind clear. She pursued her dreams with renewed vigor, and faced her fears head-on, always remembering the day she met a dragon, who showed her the true meaning of clarity. Now, we continue with another gentle story. Lily and Jasmine's Laughter Adventure. This story is about a girl named Lily and her chipmunk friend Jasmine, who share laughter and kindness, rescuing a baby rabbit and creating magical memories in the meadow. Once upon a time in a little village nestled between the rolling green hills, lived a cheerful girl named Lily, who had a soft spot for animals. One sunny afternoon, while exploring the meadow, she met a mischievous chipmunk named Jasmine. Jasmine was tiny, with fur as soft and brown as freshly turned earth, and eyes that sparkled with playful intelligence. She could chatter endlessly, and always seemed to be giggling. The two fast became friends, and soon, every day was filled with laughter and joy. Lily loved to tell Jasmine funny stories, and Jasmine would respond with such gleeful sounds and antics that the meadow seemed to vibrate with their happiness. One day, while playing near the forest edge, they heard a strange noise, a call, a whimper. They followed the sound and found a baby rabbit stuck in a thorn bush. The poor thing looked frightened. Lily gently comforted the rabbit, while Jasmine leaned in close, her little paws working meticulously to free the tiny creature. After moments of careful work, the rabbit was free. Its nose twitched as it looked at Lily and Jasmine, as if saying thank you. Lily smiled at the rabbit, glad that they could help. Afterward, they decided to make the rabbit a cozy home at Lily's place. As days passed, the trio shared countless delightful moments, their favorite being the twilight hours filled with Lily's whimsical tales, making even the stars seem to laugh. One night, they planned a surprise for their new friend. They gathered bright, glowing fireflies in a jar, and at twilight, released them into the sky. The baby rabbit's eyes widened in wonder, and for the first time, it laughed Noggle, a soft, melodious sound that blended with Lily's giggles and Jasmine's chirps. It was pure magic. This moment became the highlight of their friendship, showing them all that no matter how small the creature, laughter and kindness could create the brightest of starry nights. From then on, the meadow was their magical place, where every leaf rustled and shook with their happy laughter. Here, on is another comforting story for you. Lobelia and the Gentle King Sanctuary. This story is about Lobelia and the gentle clocks creating a sanctuary of peace and healing. Once upon a time, in a land cradled by endless meadows and silent whispering trees, there lived a young woman named Lobelia. She possessed a heart as vast as the horizon and a spirit that danced with the seasons. Lobelia was known for her kindness and her unwavering love for all creatures. One serene evening, as the golden sun descended beyond the hills, Lobelia stumbled upon a hidden grove she had never seen before. It was a place where time seemed to pause, and the air was filled with the scent of blooming flowers and fresh pine needles. In the heart of this paradise, she saw the gentle int named Phlox. Phlox was a majestic creature, towering above the trees with eyes that gleamed like the stars. Despite his size, he had an aura of gentleness that calmed the soul. Phlox, with his deep, soothing voice, welcomed Lobelia to the sanctuary. He explained that this was a sacred place where weary souls could find peace and healing. Lobelia felt an immediate connection to this enchanted place and to Phlox. She spent her days in the sanctuary, learning the ancient songs that the wind whispered through the leaves and the secrets of the earth that the gentle lions share. Every evening, she would gather around with animals from the forest, listening to Phlox's stories of old. The sanctuary became her home, a place where she could nurture her love for nature and all its inhabitants. With time, Lobelia began to bring others who needed solace to the sanctuary. She led travelers, who were lost in their sorrow, to Phlox, and together, they witnessed the transformation of these troubled hearts. The sanctuary was a haven of hope and renewal. Through Lobelia's compassion and Phlox's wisdom, the sanctuary flourished and became a beacon of light in their world. Eventually, the sanctuary's legend spread far and wide. People spoke of its incredible beauty and the gentle int who resided there. They told tales of the young woman who, with an open heart, created a celestial refuge for all beings. And so, the story of Lobelia and Phlox lived on, a beautiful testament to the power of kindness, wisdom, and the sanctuary they built together. Until next time, may your night be calm and kind.